What is up, ball bags? JJ back here from Run Pure Bets with another free pick for you. This time it's going to be in college basketball for Thursday, March the 4th. Game's going to be played between the Massachusetts Minutemen and the St. Joe's Hawks. It's going to be in the second round of the Atlantic 10 tournament. Current betting spread is UMass -3, total 152. All right, so let's do a quick recap of last week because that's what we do here. First of all, we had one winner from last week's video go 4-0 in the comment section. However, this individual did not DM us on Twitter where to send this shirt. Zilrac, Z-I-L-R-R-A-C. That's Zilrac. Either, look, you don't need a new shirt, or you just post plays in the comment section here to tell your dumbass friends you went 4-0. Either way, just shoot us a DM. We'll send you over that shirt. Congrats. You see, you probably didn't even think you'd get a shout out on this video. The only issue with the shout out is now people may think you have dumbass friends. This is probably true, but look, who am I to judge? And hey, look, let's run it back. Post your 4 best bets in college basketball. For your best looks for Thursday's slate, go 4-0. We'll send you a shirt. Just be sure to follow us on Twitter at RunPureBets. DM us and we'll hook you up with the shirt. Don't be shy. Fire away, folks. Comment section is a safe place. Also, do you folks suffer from carpal tunnel? If not, then start liking these videos between Spread and Tyler's Rundowns, Joey's College Basketball UFC, Jay's NASCAR UFC. It's all good stuff. Just look at me. I even did my hair for this video. Took me a bit over 4 hours, but it's all for you guys. And pay no mind to my forehead lines I'm dealing with these days. Going through this Benjamin Button phase right now, but I'll get through. Anyway, get your fingers out of your ass and start liking these videos. Quality stuff all around from these guys. All right, so as for last week's plays, I landed St. Mary's under last week easily on the solo vid, but dropped the Sunday live show play with Holden Cincy plus 5.5. Don't even get me started on that ending. Granted, Cincy didn't play the best game, but had a very high cover percentage with seconds left in that one. Holden drops his OSU play from the show. Also, I did mention towards the tail end that I really liked Butler's team total over at 64.5 at halftime versus Nova while we were doing the show. So hopefully you guys watching got on that at least. All in all, could have been better. Always could be worse. So had an interesting situation happened to me last weekend. Thought I'd share with you. You guys should know by now I'm like an open book. All of us have secrets. Right? It's the people that tell you they have nothing to hide that you really need to be running far away from. If you're one of those I only want sports content type of alphas, listen to me clearly here. Eat my ass. All right, so where do I begin with this? So I'm taking a shit in a public restroom, right? And no, that's not like a porta-john. I'm not like a heathen, okay? This was a mall restroom, okay? And look, I'm not against porta-johns. I've tackled my fair share of them in my day. But if you're taking a shit in a porta-john, it's got to be an absolute emergency. Unless you have some type of weird porta-john fetish, then look, do you. Back to the mall bathroom though. So I did what I normally do, and that's take my mask off for a few moments while I'm on the bowl to avoid dry heaving from sniffing my own shit, right? So I know, right? Sue me. I put the mask in my pocket, basically halfway in, halfway out. So anyway, I'm all set. I get up, turn around, flush. Now I go to put my mask back on and realize my mask is no longer in my pocket. Okay, I'm looking on the floor, around the toilet. It's gone. It's as if my mask flew over the Bermuda Triangle. Okay, so it's apparent that somehow my mask fell into the toilet and got flushed. Now I assume it's going to be a plumbing issue for the mall's maintenance staff, but that's the least of my concerns right now. So now I'm maskless in a public restroom, and all I can think about is me landing on the news as some animal, roaming through a mall without a mask on. This isn't Texas, right? I could have called my wife to get me a mask from the car as she was in, probably one of the egregious clothes stores there, or chatting with one of her boyfriends. But imagine explaining this situation to her. No thanks. So I'm it's all right. I'm just going to cover my face with my shirt, go to my car, grab an extra mask. No harm, no foul. Right? So I walk out of the bathroom. There's literally a mall cop right outside who goes, "Hey, where's your mask?" I did what anyone else in my shoes would have done. I questioned the authenticity of his badge. After all, this is just a mall cop. What was he going to do? Tell me I couldn't walk into Macy's? So then I collected myself and just said, I'll go back inside. I probably just dropped my mask. So I go into the stall, start texting my wife. She's not answering, so I'm forced to call her. I'm like, yo, listen, it's complicated, but I may or may not have flushed my mask down one of these restroom toilets. Okay? Just please, can you bring me a mask? I'm by the bathroom next to Lord and Taylor. She gets there, meets me outside, and I put my mask on it, and she goes, what happened? Did you put your mask on your ass instead of your face? Ha! Good one! Moral of the story. As bad as your shit might reek, keep your mask on when taking dumps in public. There is some inherent risk that if you put the mask in your pocket, you could unknowingly wind up flushing it down the toilet. All right, so on to the play here. Massachusetts Minutemen draw St. Joe's Hawks, second round, Atlantic 10 tournament. Really, really like St. Joe's catching the 3 bones here. Now, sure, if we look at both teams' body of work, this line makes sense, right? Maybe you could even argue there's some value on UMass. But this is a true tale of 2 seasons for these 2 teams. UMass hasn't looked right since their lengthy break in the month of February. They draw 2 tough divisional teams in conference and get waxed. Now they see St. Joe's, who would appear to possibly be like a get-right spot for Minnesota, but not so much. This St. Joe's squad has also come off a long break through February, but the difference is this team has looked like a whole different bunch post this break, 4-0 after the break, and this can really be attributed to the return of Ryan Daly, who is their leading scorer. But this is not the only reason they've been playing well. Daly's absence from this team has helped develop guys like Taylor Funk into more of just a role player. And Jordan Hall, who's just become so much better of a facilitator and scorer as well. His team has been distributing the ball far better and getting to the stripe far more than they were prior to the break. They've averaged 23 free throw attempts in their previous 4 games, and they've been converting nicely as well. As you look up and down these teams, don't fret over the records here. These teams come into this game in far different directions. St. Joe's dominates this team in strength of schedule, by the way, as well. So records don't really mean all that much. Also, UMass loves to run. I'd argue St. Joe's runs better. They run their offense certainly fast, and they run it better fast, especially recently. Now, UMass runs their offense through Trey Mitchell, who's quite a player in the middle for UMass, but he's been struggling a bit since his team's return. I get it, small sample size. Now, Mitchell can stretch this offense out, shooting threes and getting easy buckets underneath, but he has been really struggling coming into this one. St. Joe's is the right kind of defense to find yourself in a right spot. And look, with many ISOs potentially down low for Mitchell, St. Joe's could probably struggle a lot to stop him. This goes back to St. Joe's drawing contact, though. If they can get the big man back into foul trouble, UMass offense looks entirely different from an efficiency standpoint when he's not on the court. UMass as a team has good overall defensive numbers as per KenPom, but a lot of this is because they force turnovers and are very good at defending the offensive glass. St. John's team on paper for the season turned the ball over nearly 19% of their possessions, but since their return in what I'll call this 2.0 version of the St. Joe's Hawks, this team's been turning the ball over in less than 16% of their possessions. By the way, that would put them at near tops in the country in that category. This goes back to the development of guys like Jordan Hall and Taylor Funk to help out Ryan Daly once he returned. This team's also been far better at defending the offensive glass. St. Joe's can at times tend to live and die with the 3-ball, but in their last 2 games, they only shot a combined 32% from 3, still won both games. St. Joe's 4 games since their return have been against teams that are above average defending, guarding the 3-ball. This will not be the case here. UMass actually ranks 214th in the country defending the 3-ball. They're even worse inside the arc, where St. Joe's recently has made a killing. Our Run Pure guys were on St. Joe's versus LaSalle today, and I'd argue it wasn't even close to the best version of St. Joe's that I've certainly recently seen on this Hawks team, and still mustered up a late victory, iced with free throws. All in all, we get 2 teams entering this game coming in way different directions. St. Joe's is by far playing their best and most confident ball of the year, led by 3 offensive studs in Daly, Funk, and Hall, and now draw a UMass team still struggling to find their way after their lengthy break. I'm getting the more confident team, a team who just notched a close win today on this same court that they're going to play on, going against a team dealing with a bit of the yips. I'll happily take the points here, as I'm looking for St. Joe's to build on the recent success in this game, maybe even make some noise in this tournament if they can get an upset win here. Give me St. Joe's plus the 3 bones versus UMass. Want to thank you all for watching. If you enjoyed, thumbs up. Create some fake accounts more. Thumbs up. If you did not enjoy, I hope you wake up with a pair of balls on your forehead. As always, drop comments below with your thoughts on the vid. Don't be shy, folks. You know I always get back to you. Also, be sure to post your 4 college basketball plays that you like for the Thursday slate. Go 4-0, and a shirt is all yours. Remember, the comment section is a safe place. If we get this video to 100 likes, I'll give out a free week of Run Pure Bets content to 2 of the random folks who comment. Just click the like button, dipshits. All right, so I'll be back again with Holden on Sunday a.m. talking college hoops for that afternoon. But until then, I wish you all the best of luck with all your bets. Be sure to gamble responsibly. Stay safe, folks.